guys, thank you so much for joining me and welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a swatch video. I have so many Inglot pigments. I have accumulated them again. I just always sneakily buying Inglot pigments here and there, and I don't know, every quarter or so I just have so many. I have so much. So yeah, these are expensive, but I don't know, I just buy something here or there. Maybe if I buy them in bulk, I would feel so guilty, but since I buy them just in an interval, I just don't really find that guilty. But these on the whole are so expensive, like if you buy them in a bulk or together. But I'm just here to swatch them and just help you guys out if you're interested in any of these colors, because let's face it, nobody really swatches Inglot pigments. I would just hunt these colors so much and try to see swatches. The colors that I'm interested in, there's hardly any swatches online, and at least on my complexion, there's definitely like there are zero swatches. But the colors that I'm looking for, there are people with darker skin who have swatched Inglot pigments, but not the ones I'm looking for. So anyways, let's get started, you guys. The first one I have is 41. Wait, it's 41. Yeah. And this is the one that has satin finish. Do you see? It's like so finely milled. Hang on, let me show this. Do you see this? Hardly like it's so finely milled, almost so powdery kind of a consistency, and it looks so beautiful. And this consistency is extremely easy to work with. It's not too powdery that it will fly everywhere. They do adhere really well to the pigments themselves, adhere well to each other. So when you try to put your brush in, it's not going to, like, the pigment is not flying everywhere. It won't create a mess. So that is a beautiful nude color for me. That's 41. That's a satin color. This is 73. It's like a very, I'm not sure if I already featured this color already, but this is 73. It's like a beautiful lavender color. This again is, as you guys can see, it's very finely milled and not that glittery at all. And this is also like a satin finish. Again, these satin finish kind of pigments are so easy to manage, and honestly there's no learning curve at all with these finishes. So that is 73. They are very pigmented, not streaky. They work with all kinds of brushes. This is 74. This is very muted when you compare it with 73. You see, it also has this silvery kind of a finish, like a tone to it. This is more darker purple. This is more silvery. And hang on, what is this color? This is 74 and this is 73, you guys. Both are with the satin kind of finish. In person, they're actually so reflective, but since they are so finely milled, that's why I call them satin. They are nowhere close to a matte finish. As you can see, they really catch the light, but they are kind of very finely milled. That's what I mean by satin. And this is 56, and this again is very finely milled. Do you see how finely milled it is? It's a beautiful green color. It's not too dark, not too light. Definitely a warm green. Just a beautiful green color. Nothing too, I don't know. Nothing much to say about it. It's just a warm green color. So that is 56. 56. This is 116. This is one of the colors from the recent launches. These are all kind of older ones. So this is again like a chocolatey brown with a tiny bit of pink. This little bit of pink here, I feel. When I use Inglot pigments, I hardly dip my brush in the actual, packaging. I just use the ones that are sticking to the cap. That's it, and that's sufficient for me, honestly. For both the eyelids, that is more than enough. Do you see there's this shift? Little bit of gold. I don't know, what is that? Yeah, it's like yellow gold, guys. Do you see that yellow gold to like a coppery chocolate brown kind of shift? This is not the one the consistency of this is a little bit different from the above 4 colors. This definitely is more reflective and definitely has some definitely a larger sized glitters to it, but it's not that hard to work with at all. It's not too flaky. It's really beautiful. If you're just looking for a fantastic, beautiful nude glittery color, this is really good. 116. It's really beautiful color, guys. It looks so, it's very understated, but at the same time it's so reflective. It's really beautiful. This again is very easy to use as well. If you just use a wet brush, it's like perfect. There are colors where the flakes are even more larger, those pigments are a little bit harder to use, but not this one. These are really good. And the satin finishes are even more, like, they are the easiest to use. Now this is 123. This is actually the one with some peachy kind of a color. All of this is like a golden peachy kind of color. Hang on, let me just add some more to it. There you go. Do you see how wet looking these are, you guys? These definitely are the flaky side ones, where you definitely would have to use a glitter primer and use a wet brush. So that is the learning curve that I'm talking about. A glitter primer to keep it in place. If you use a glitter primer, it's not going to move at all. And if you use a wet brush, it would just help those pigments to further adhere well. So that is a beautiful golden peach color. And then this is 30. This is an older shade. It's not new. As you can see, it's very finely milled. It looks white in the packaging, but actually it's like an intense gold. Let me just buff it into the skin a little bit and you'll be able to see. As you can see, it's a satin finish like these 4. Like similar to the first 4. This is also like a satin finish. It's so easy to use. This is number 30. And then we have 37. I was stalking this shade for the longest time. Should I buy it? Should I not buy it? Because it kind of looked basic, but at the same time it's such a unique color, you guys. You'd usually see a lot of warm bronze, but this is a very cool toned bronze, like an old gold kind of a look. It looks really beautiful. Again, this is on the flaky side. So this, do you see, this is kind of on the warmer side, I feel. The gold and everything is just more on the cooler side. Flaky side, so the drill is a glitter primer and a wet brush. That should do the trick, and it would be very easy to do it that way. So 37, and this is an older color. This is not a new one. And then we have 71. Again, this is an older color. 71 is like a very warm green. It is a duochrome, so it's a green with gold. There you go. Do you see how smooth it was to just apply them? This again is that satin, extremely okay, I should stop calling these satin, because they are not satin finishes. They're not like matte with a tiny hint of shimmer. No, they are definitely metallic eyeshadows. So they are very finely, this is the finely milled one. So it's a duochrome green to gold. 71, and that color is 71. And then we have 39. This also is an older color. This is just your typical rose gold. Again, very finely milled. I get reminded of Max Tan pigment. Oh wow, do you see how smooth it is? Again, very finely milled. It looks so similar to Max Tan, or maybe this is a little bit more rosy than Max Tan pigment. Very finely milled. These it's always better to use a glitter primer even with the finely milled ones, because they would just stay in place. With the finely milled ones, you don't have to use a wet brush, I feel, because if you use a wet brush, it like picks up a lot more product than needed, I feel, and it becomes a little complicated to apply it on the eyes. So just use a dry brush. That's it. Don't overcomplicate it with a finely milled pigments. Just with the flaky pigments, use a wet brush. So this is 124. I think the one I swatched only was 123, right? There's no way I own two same pigments. There you go. This is, you can tell by how flaky it is, from how wet it is, you can tell how flaky it is. This is even definitely on the flakier side. So again, a glitter primer and use a wet brush and you should not have any problems. This is a kind of in the rose gold, kind of a taupey rose gold color, 124. Let me just show it to you guys. Definitely on the flaky side. You can see the size of those pigments. Definitely flaky. 124. Again, ultra wet looking kind of products. So I think these are $20 right now, I think. This is 118, this color. And let's switch arms. This kind of looks very, very white. I don't know, but it kind of has the shift, like a yellow gold shift to it. So I feel that's why I bought it, I think. Actually, it has like a green kind of a shift. Green, pink kind of a shift. A white, green, pink kind of shift. Whoa. Yeah, so from how wet looking they are, you can tell it's again a flaky pigment, a very intensely flaky pigment. So use a glitter primer and use a wet brush again. I just can't stop doing this, you guys. It's just so mesmerizing, don't you guys think? It's like beautiful. 118. So this just kind of looks white, but it definitely shifts pink and kind of green in person. Yes, I still have two more to go. It's 100 and hang on, let me do a colorful one. You guys would just be shocked how electric this color looks. This is 58. This is one of the older colors. I just want to swatch this tiny bit and you'll see how electric this looks. Do you guys see how electric that looked? And that tiny amount of pigment created this streak of swatch. Let me just maybe add some more. This just looks so drenched with pigment, you guys. And this is again a very finely milled one. And I feel this one actually has a satin finish. You know, unlike these, which kind of catch the light. These two and these four. This one definitely is more on the satin side, I feel. There's hardly any kind of a shimmer to it. And that is 58. We have 121. This is from their latest launch, which was like 2 years ago. What are they doing? Honestly, they need to come out with more colors, you guys. I'm just waiting for them to come out with more colors. And this one more on the yellow gold side, as you can see, and flaky. So glitter primer and wet brush, that would be the drill. Definitely a more, do you see how this green tint when I move my arms here? This is more definitely on the yellow side. And this is, what is this color? 121. Finally, you guys, we have 115. This definitely looks very pinky even in the packaging. So this definitely has a pink shift to it. And this again, from how wet looking it is, these are extremely flaky as well, this color. So for not the millionth time, but you know, just use a glitter primer and a wet brush and you should do fine. So this is definitely with a pink shift, and this one is gold. Hang on, let me just tell you guys the difference. 115 is the pink one, right? Then 121 is the gold one, And where is this? 118 is the green one. Yeah, 118, 121, and 115. So yeah, those are the colors that I picked up, you guys. Yeah, I just added so many colors to my Inglot collection. I'm just waiting for them to come out with more colors. Hopefully, if they don't, I just keep going back for older colors, the colors that I don't have. I wish they would just come out with more colors, you guys. So yeah, we've come to the end of this video. These are the colors that I've added to my collection. These are the newer colors, and hope you guys found this video useful. And these retail for anywhere between $17 to $19, I think. Yeah, $17 to $19. They have increased the price. It used to be 16, I think, 16 something, but now it's like the older colors retail for 17 and the newer collections are $19 or 20. Maybe they increased, I'm not sure. But you can find these, not the entire collection, but a few of the colors you can find them at Macy's. I think most of the colors you can find on Inglot's website, and then there's Camera Ready Cosmetics or something like that. It's a retailer. It's an online retailer, beauty retailer. Then Beautylish carries some. So yeah, hope you guys found this video useful. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked watching it, and please subscribe. Bye.